Hi, I'm DJ Necker.
And I'm Dave Necker, and here's a brief story of Necker's Jewelers. At the age of 17, our father, Don Necker, lied about his age to get into World War II.
He didn't lie.
Yeah.
His mother signed off for him to enlist. That's always good to
I always heard it
have your
said-
jeweler lying.
And he did that because he felt strongly about defending our country, and it was the thing that a lot of kids were doing at that age. He signed up for Bradley University, which is a horology college for watchmaking, and became a watchmaker. And then he went to Dubuque and worked for a jeweler up in Dubuque, and then eventually moved down to Maquoketa, Iowa, and worked for a jeweler in Maquoketa. And then the store in DeWitt came up for sale. The store had started in the 1800s by a gentleman named U.S. Broomer. And there was a couple people bidding on the store at the time, and my father, who had really nothing, convinced him that he was the right candidate to sell the store to. The banks said, "You've got nothing and we can't give you a loan," so he went to family members and borrowed the money from grandparents, sister-in-law, brother-in-laws, whatever it took to get the deal done, he got it done. It was kind of embarrassing because they went into the bank and the banker was counting out the money, and they just kept getting further and further away from the money because the money was all moldy. And as it turns out, after the Great Depression, our grandparents would bury their money in mason jars, and so that's what they had to go. My mother said she went out with her mother, and they sat there and dug underneath the chicken coop until they got the money out, and so that's what they used to bankroll the store. They had 5 kids, 2-bedroom apartment. Eventually we got a house and moved into the house, but it was a pretty humble beginning for our family.
And what year was that, Dave? 1952.
They bought the store in 1952.
1952.
Yeah, that's true.
So we had 5 kids above the jewelry store, 2-bedroom apartment. You and I shared a bedroom.
I got tricked into it, TJ.
Okay.
When we moved into the house, Mom said, "Who wants to sleep with the baby?" And I raised my hand thinking this was a good thing. I didn't know for
so-
60 years we'd be still stuck with me.
Just talking to our mother over the years, she said those are her fondest memories of 5 kids in a 2-bedroom apartment, and the closeness, and I think it helped our family stay close through the years. And from jumping off of a platform that we made to jump off into the bathtub that caused water to go down into the jewelry store, which caused our father to come up, and I think we were probably too young to tan our bare butts at that point, but it was just the beginning of Necker's Jewelers.
We both went to college, and I started off at the University of Dubuque and then transferred to the University of Iowa, and then eventually ended up in California, gemology school out there, and to help pay for all of it, I worked on the oil rigs. And I came back in 1982 during the farm crisis when most of DeWitt was boarded up, and my dad had a plan, and we put the plan together and grew from there. And I was fortunate enough to work with him for 5 years before he got cancer, and that's when you came into the business and joined in for about the last year and a half, 2 years of his life. So the 3 of us worked together and felt very fortunate and blessed that we had a father that was very supportive and let us do and make a lot of our own mistakes. Then after his passing, we bought the business from our mother, and what year was that?
1990.
1990. Then we started a store at South Park Mall, and then eventually Duck Creek. And then we closed those 2 stores to open up the Davenport store. We've grown that store into the top 1% of jewelers in the country.
We did make a lot of mistakes. Starting a store, I was 25, you were 28, in South Park Mall, and it would have been great to have our father around to help us not make as many mistakes as we did, but through mistakes you learn, and helped us go from where we started to now. And it's been a quick ride of 30-some years, but it's been a fun ride.
That's part of our secret sauce, is to have fun. If we're not having fun, we're not in. So we have a lot of fun with the staff, we have a lot of fun with our customers, and that's extremely important part of our culture, is to have fun.
If you're not having fun, go do something else. I would like to thank everyone who has supported us from the beginning and through the journey of Necker's Jewelers.
At Necker's Jewelers, we've got a lot of new exciting things coming in the future, and we hope you join us.